So tonight for dinner, we're going to make us a extra spicy, extra Cajun seafood boil. And when I tell you the seafood was cooked and flavored to absolute perfection, and we're going to go ahead and do this right at home. And because I'm not a gatekeeper, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I made it. So first thing I did was go ahead and get me a big pot, and I got me some water. And for my water, I'm going to start seasoning it with the flavors that I'm going to use for my seafood. So first I go in with some smoked paprika. Then I go ahead and add in a little bit of Old Bay seasoning. In addition to some Old Bay seasoning, I am going to go ahead and add in some seafood seasoning, and I'm going to add in some Cajun seasoning as well. Once I get my seafood seasoning and my Cajun seasoning in there, I then go ahead and add me in some onion powder and some garlic powder, because you know you can't have one, you definitely have to have both. Once I get my onion powder and my garlic powder in there, I did go ahead and start adding in some of my crab boil that I have. And when I tell you, all you need is just a capful of that Zatarain's crab boil, trust me, just add you a capful in there. After I got my water seasoned to my liking, I went on ahead and started adding in my corn. I added in my potatoes, and we're using those small baby red potatoes, and I added in my eggs as well. Now you want to go ahead and cook your eggs the way you like them. I want mine all the way boiled, and we're just going to cook our potatoes until they are fork tender and until the corn is nice and hot. Once we got our potatoes, corn, and eggs out of there, it was time to go ahead and start adding in the crab legs. Now for the crab legs, all I did was rinse it off. Once I got it rinsed off, I went on ahead and added it in the pot. Now I did have to go ahead and push them in there a little bit, but once I got them pushed in there a little bit and submerged under the water, I let those go ahead and boil until they was hot, and then I removed it out of the pot. Now while our crab legs is cooking, I am going to go ahead and start working on my other ingredients, which is going to be some smoked sausage, which I have my sausage, and I went on ahead and sliced up my sausage. In addition to my sausage, I am going to go ahead and add in my lobster tails. Now how I like to prepare my lobster tails, which is completely optional, I like to first start off with removing the legs underneath the bottom. Once I get the legs removed underneath the bottom, I then go ahead and split the back tail down the middle, but not all the way down the middle, because I just want to go ahead and open it up so that I'm able to clean the lobster out. Once I get it split with my kitchen scissors, I then go in with my knife, because they are still a little bit frozen. So I did have to go ahead and use my knife. Now all of that brown stuff right there is what we want to remove out of the lobster tail. You want to go ahead and take it, rinse it off with some water. Make sure you get that part nice and clean. Once we got our lobsters nice and clean, it was time to go ahead and add our lobster tails into the water, because our crab legs was done. And we're going to go ahead and add our sausage in as well. Once I got my lobster tails and my sausage into the water, it was time for me to go ahead and start working on that sauce that we're going to add right on top, our Cajun spicy butter sauce. So I went on ahead and got 2 sticks of unsalted butter, and we're going to go in with some of the same seasonings that we used when we first did our seafood boil. Now we're going to add in some garlic powder. I went on ahead and added a little bit of parsley, because parsley makes me feel fancy, so I added in the parsley for a pop of color as well. Once I got that parsley in there, I did go ahead and add in some more smoked paprika, because you know you gotta have you some smoked paprika. After I got that smoked paprika in there, I went on ahead and added me in some garlic powder, and of course I'm gonna add in some fresh garlic as well. I like to use both. It's completely optional. You do not have to use both. That's just my personal preference. After I got my garlic powder in there, it was time to go ahead and add me in some Tony seasoning as well, just because I like using Tony seasoning. After I got my Tony seasoning in there, I did go ahead and add me a healthy scoop of that cayenne pepper, because I wanted to make sure that I was able to taste the spice. Now you can add as little or as much as you like. It's completely up to you. After I got that cayenne pepper in there, I did go ahead and add me in some fresh garlic. I sliced up some fresh onions as well, and we're just going to go ahead and let everything come together. You're going to let that cook down. By the time you get your sauce going, it's time for you to go ahead and pull those lobster tails and those sausage right out of the pot, and we're going to put everything in a pan. Once I got everything in a pan, pan, I have my crab legs, my sausage, my eggs, my corn, my lobster tail. My sauce was ready. It's time for us to go ahead and take that Cajun spicy butter sauce that we made, and you're going to go ahead and pour it right on top of everything. When I'm telling you, this was so quick and easy to make, and everything was smelling so good. Went on ahead and poured it right on top. After I got my sauce on top, I did go ahead and just add me in just a little sprinkle of parsley right on top, because I like the color that parsley brings, and it makes me feel a little bit fancy. Once I got my parsley on top, this was how everything came out. Super delicious, super easy, super quick. And when I tell you, if you do not want to make this at least once a week, do not put this on your menu, because it was so good. And I'm gonna have to call y'all back because dinner is ready.